Although Harvey's involvement in the Suits spin-off isn't ended by his appearance in the flashbacks of Suits LA Episode 4, I sincerely hope that his appearances in the current timeline of Suits LA won't ruin his best character growth in Suits, especially in light of the final reveal of Suits LA Episode 5. Ted Black, the protagonist of Suits LA, was hardly introduced in the first 5 episodes episode when he found himself in serious trouble after Stewart and Samantha excluded him from the merger, putting his legal practice in jeopardy and forcing him to stop at nothing to keep his customers. Ted would have benefited from Lester Thompson's representation since it would have kept him away from Stewart. Although it was beneficial to have Lester as a client, the situation became increasingly challenging. Although Ted's memories of New York provide valuable insight into why the merger caused him such anguish and his close relationship with Kevin, they also clearly illustrate Ted's code, which forbids him from defending someone he suspects of being guilty. Lester wanted to be represented by someone who believed him. Therefore, this was the other area of dispute in his case. Everything changes with the discovery in Suits LA Episode 5, and Harvey's return to assist Ted runs the risk of reversing his greatest growth. Lester admits to the crime as Suits LA Episode 5 comes to a close. From the start of Suits LA, Lester clarified it that he didn't want Stewart to represent him. Stewart's suggestion that he plead self-defense rather than attempt self-defense made Lester certain that Stewart didn't think he was innocent. Lester only consented to accompany Stewart after Ted reassured him that Stewart was the nation's top defense lawyer. However, things changed when Stewart cut Ted out of the merger, which pushed Ted to try to regain Lester's business and defy his code of ethics by not representing clients to keep them out of jail. Ted and Kevin struggled to determine whether Lester was telling the truth, since they kept finding evidence that could be interpreted as a motive, such as Lester's wife cheating on him with his partner or Lester's partner, stealing from the studio. Lester eventually admitted to killing his colleague in Suits LA Episode 5 after Kevin visited his home to question him about his remarks that mirrored his script. Ted purposefully broke his code when he discovered the truth about Lester, which caused a significant issue for Ted's company. Ted could seek Harvey's help to still win Lester's case in Suits LA. Although it's unclear what leads Ted to get back in touch with Harvey, it's known that Harvey will make an appearance in Suits LA outside of the flashbacks when Ted reaches out to his pal from their time in New York as he navigates a significant problem. Ted dealt with enormous problems in every episode of Suits LA, and now that Stewart's assessment of Ted's response to the Lester crisis was accurate, considering how Lester's lies attempted to deceive them all when he actually killed his partner, they are only going to get exponentially worse. Harvey's comeback in Suits LA can thus be plausibly set up by this plot. Ted might find himself in a tough situation if he finds out that Lester killed his partner and lied to hide it. It goes against his moral compass to defend bad guys, and he can't really cut Lester off as a client because Ted needs to win his first post-merger trial in order to keep Black & Associates afloat. Given how Elizabeth Smith was a worthy competitor, Ted may have called Harvey for assistance due to the moral dilemma of needing to win the case and not wanting someone guilty to get away with it. Suits LA should not let Harvey be on the wrong side of the case again. Harvey frequently bent the rules to his advantage throughout Suits, whether it was by deceiving his clients, buying witnesses, or violating attorney-client privilege. Given his history of doing dubious things to protect clients he didn't ultimately choose to help his firm, Harvey would be the ideal attorney to assist Ted in resolving his dilemma. However, Harvey Specter's redemption story was also highlighted throughout Suits' run, particularly after he chose to join Mike in Seattle in the show's series finale. Over the course of Suits' 9 seasons, Harvey and Mike's friendship particularly flourished when they faced the largest corporations and fought the pro bono cases that Mike recommended, which Harvey also unexpectedly found enjoyable. Resigning from Litwheeler Williams Bennett was a significant choice that genuinely demonstrated the advancement Harvey achieved by deciding to work for Mike's legal clinic. However, this advancement may be reversed if Harvey devised immoral schemes to assist Ted in his Lester case. Hopefully, Harvey's Suits LA narrative will preserve his greatest Suits character development. If not, his appearance will leave a bad impression.